We've got a big show on today, haven't we? We have got a huge show. We're talking all Caldwell and Allen products today, Bushy. And Bushy, there's a lot to get through, isn't there?
Well, thankfully for you, we're only doing some of them.
Yeah.
Probably scratching, 5% of both, if that.
Yeah.
Just some of the popular items we sell. Massive range of accessories. We haven't done accessories before. Hopefully we won't bore you to death with it. But to be honest, we get more phone calls on the sales floor about accessories than do anything else.
Sure.
So thought we'd just run through it.
And these just might be some things that you don't see every day in every shop. So
Well, this is a great opportunity just to highlight some of this product. But before we do, gentlemen, it's a big shout out to the two ladies who are helping us today in the production. Yeah. We've got Digital Rian and Digital Naomi.
Yes.
How's it going, ladies?
Yeah.
They're very excited today.
They are excited today. They are extremely excited today.
Yeah.
So we've got the ladies pushing the buttons today. So anything could happen. Anything could go. Well, I think everything's going to go
Digital
right.
Cara's not here today.
No, it's a big shout out to Digital Cara.
Yes.
Who could not be here pushing the buttons.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure she's watching that.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm her favourite.
Oh yeah, definitely. But listen, boys, I've heard now, ladies, are people getting on? Are people jumping on? How many people we got there? Any?
None.
26.
Oh, 26, and it's only going to
26 questions we're going to get.
Listen, that's right, and this is your show, peeps. Okay, so we need to know, all right, what you're thinking. If you've got any questions at all, all right?
Just not criticism, questions.
No, just questions, all right? Please type them in. Digital Rian will get those to us, and we'll try to answer them the best we can.
I saw just before we come up here we had a question about scopes.
Got it right here.
Right, that's okay. Didn't know if that one got through.
Too early for questions.
Yeah, before we get on the Allen and the Caldwell products, Bushy, someone said, what would be better for a 22LR, a red dot reflex scope or a normal scope 3 to 9x40?
I said it was too early for questions.
That would depend on what you're going to do with it.
Yeah, and how blind you are.
Yeah.
Interesting question though, because I love a red dot, but believe it or not, I've got astigmatism in my right eye, and it's not the only thing that's wrong with me, but it turns a dot into a slightly different shape. I can still use one, but it's a little bit annoying. I don't have that problem with a scope.
Not everybody's deformed.
Hold your hands up. But look, I'm a bit of a scope fiend, and I'm a low-powered scope fiend. He's dead right. If you want to do some target shooting and that, you need a bit more power. Red dot is a bit of a limiting thing. If you're just shooting rabbits and foxes bounding through the scrub at 30 metres, well, I'd be getting a red dot. But then you can get a 2 to 7, wind it down to 2 power, magnificently wide field of view, and still do the same thing. It is a personal preference thing, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Both would work well.
If it means anything, my rimfire that I have at home's got a 1.5 to 4.5 on it.
And mine used to have a fixed 10 power on it. So there you go.
Wow.
Yeah. But like I said, it does depend on what you want to do with it. Remembering that you're in with your reflex sight, you most likely got nothing smaller than about 2.5 MOA. So
yeah, well, that one we used on the Savage, that was only 1 MOA.
Oh, was it? Yeah,
it was a 1 MOA.
It was a really nice little dot to use.
Again, so it depends on how accurate you want to be and at what range. So if accuracy is your thing, scope is what you want. If it's more quick shooting, a red dot or reflex would do nicely.
There you go, Andrew. I hope that answers your question. Now, don't forget, people, if you do have questions, start writing them in. We're gonna answer as many as we can. But listen, we do have a lot of product to get through today, so we hope to cruise through this fairly quickly. But we're going to start straight off with Caldwell, Bushy. Oh, I should say too.
Hey, social distancing.
Oh, sorry.
Get your hands off.
Yeah.
Ken has gone. He has blown the budget, haven't you, mate?
Don't tell Bushy.
He has blown the budget with the prizes for this NIOA TV live stream. So you must ask questions if you want to win a prize. Ken, I don't want to spoil the surprise, but they are. It's
a step up from toilet paper. That's all I'll say. I don't want you to.
Toilet paper may well be more valuable in another month or so.
Could be.
It could be.
Very
I
well
believe
could
it's
be.
becoming rare again as we speak. Yep.
All right, let's start this gig off. We're going to be talking all Caldwell products and Bushy.
If I could just get a word in,
Let's start.
Right.
The Caldwell 7 Rest.
So look, Caldwell is a brand name. As you know, we do lots of brands. It's one of the brands that the American Outdoor, actually they call it American Outdoor Brands. That's the name of the company. But they do Caldwell, they do Wheeler, our screwdriver kits and things like that. Frankfurt Arsenal reloading gear and Tipton gun vices and things like that. So this is one of their brands. Caldwell is the most popular brand we do. And this is the most compact and lightweight rest you have ever seen.
Look out.
And it's called a 7 rest.
Is that because it makes a number?
Look at that. 7, 1, 7, 1. Should have called it 7, 1. I love this thing. We actually don't sell heaps of them, probably because we don't have enough people hiking and carrying on. As you can see, it doesn't weigh anything at all, basically. Light. It is alloy, it's not plastic or anything like that. It's extremely strong, but stick it in a backpack, or even if you haven't got much room in your vehicle, you packed everything else in and you still need a rest, really good. Yep, fully adjustable because you can just bring this back. So change the length like that, bring it out like that, change the length again, 3 different heights here. I just love it because you can do this, because if you haven't got much room, you can take this anywhere and you've still got a rifle rest.
That's great.
Awesome.
Yep, good rest.
Caldwell 7 rest.
All right, awesome. Righto, Bushy, what's next?
Notice Bushy's doing the fetching today.
Oh, he's doing a good job. He's doing
Have
a great job.
This little
Oh!
Hey?
Careful.
Oh.
You'll wreck the boss's table, eh?
Yeah. Oh, can't even lift it.
It's light.
Yeah, sorry.
This is a relatively new item. It's not absolutely new.
So, as you can see, there's 4 different types of these. We have a coffin. Isn't that wonderful? Great way. Was that a 10-inch coffin?
10 inch, yes. 10 inches tall. We've got 2 different versions of this.
This is an 8-inch gong, and there's a 13-inch gong. And
an octagon.
Yeah, do you know what the great thing about these though is with that yellow paint though, Bushy, you do know when you're hitting your target. Well, apart from your gong, you also
anyway, look, we've got the grey steel ones, but we could listen to Ken's 1,000 metre shooting again and again.
I'm pretty sure it was 1,500 metres.
No,
yeah.
1 and 2 kilometres.
Yeah. It was actually in China where he hit the target. From here.
Yeah.
But I've got to tell you that was desolate country. We were using a grey steel one.
It's difficult to see.
It was.
Yeah.
You know, we had good optics, but then we're blind and old. Yeah. But I tell you what, it would have been a lot easier to find if it was bright yellow. I've got to tell you, even at a kilometre, it was.
Ken was very lucky to hit it.
I'm still not convinced he did.
I've got the proof.
AR500 steel, hardened. I love this on the back. If you're not sure, it even gives you the velocities of normal cartridges, like what the velocities are. You're not supposed to shoot anything at this that's over 3,000 feet per second. But then if it's far, like it's 100 metres, there's not that many things doing 3,000 feet per second.
Yeah, correct.
So all I can tell you is this is the same steel, like we use the Champion target out there.
Yep.
AR500, 3/8-inch steel, rated for centerfire rifles. And I would have thought a 6.5 Creedmoor would have punched a hole, a dint or something. All it did was smear it.
Yeah,
this is amazingly tough steel.
They don't distort.
No.
But even that 450 Bushmaster bush.
Yeah, but that's big surface area going slow. Okay. You're never going to drill. It's the 22 to 50s of the world, the super high velocity things with small bullet cross section.
Yep.
That's what punches holes in steel.
Yeah.
If you use normal steel, you'll know that. Like a 223 or a 22 to 50 just goes straight through steel that thick if it was normal steel.
Really?
Whereas on one of these, doesn't even mark it.
I like the way below it dug a trench down.
Oh yeah, with all the splatter. Every time you hit it. That's something you probably want to be aware of too. Yeah. When you actually hang one, it's great that they come pre-cut like this and you just hang them on a fence. But make sure there's nothing underneath it that means anything, because the bullet splatter just ends up in a big cut, a bit like a gas axe out of a revolver cylinder, You stand beside it, you cop it. So it made a trench. So we did actually hit it. We do know what we're talking about. But Caldwell, AR500. There's a fair few of them out there at dealers now. We've had 2 shipments, still got them coming, still getting hard to get stuff, but Caldwell are pretty good at supplying at the moment. But a really good product. And we sell a lot of steel targets now. People like to hear the
dong.
Dong.
Actually, Kenny, if you can get the next one, I just want to ask you a question while you're here, because I think that's one thing that people will be asking is how are we looking in relation with with coronavirus and getting product in. Now we know that you do.
Which virus?
The coronavirus. We do know that you plan ahead with stock that we get as a wholesaler. Correct.
It's the only reason we got anything.
We're talking Caldwell accessories products. Tell us a bit about product supply and all that sort of stuff.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Look, we generally run on $20, $25 million worth of stock. because we have all sorts of hiccups, be it licensing, be it ships being delayed, aircraft can't get a booking, production stoppages, coronavirus, all sorts of things. But look, I can tell you supply of everything is bad at the moment. I currently work 10 to 12 months ahead in ordering, which sounds scary because how are you ever going to get it right? Well, you don't. But if we don't do that, you know, if I ordered month to month, we wouldn't have anything to buy here, I can tell you. Wouldn't even have these samples.
Yeah.
So, yeah, look, the average US lead time on a product now is probably between 4 and 14 months. Europe, not as bad, but this ain't over yet. So, look, it is getting harder to get, and you need to be a little understanding if a dealer doesn't have something, because sometimes it's just unavailable. I mean, we just had to announce something I never thought we'd announce, that we can't get any more standard VX Freedom scopes from Loophole.
Yeah.
And people say, oh, you're just not ordering them. Now, having said that, we can get ones with fancier reticles, etc. But I think you'll find this with every optics manufacturer at the moment, because it doesn't matter who you are when you make optics. They all have a massive assembly floor because they're put together by people. Now, Loophole, don't quote me on this, I've been there twice, didn't count them all, but there's something like 300 people on their assembly floor, and they all sit on top of each other building scopes. Well, with COVID restrictions, they've only got half as many people because that's all they're allowed. So they have half the production. So you can start to see why we're having problems getting things.
Yeah, and like even we had an inquiry about Kimber. You know, stop from Kimber.
Yep.
What's going on there?
Well, yeah, Kimber firearms and that. Like basically, their major parts facility is in New York, and when this all started there, they were shut for 4 months. So no parts, no guns, no nothing. I'm honestly not 100% sure where they are, but I don't expect we'll get a Kimber shipment this year, to be honest.
Wow.
So yeah, it's.
So you know, it's
we
tough.
are affected by it.
It's certainly tough times ahead, but you know, we're thanks to Bushy planning ahead a bit. We do have
We're doing what
we're
we
doing
can.
okay.
We're doing what we can. But everybody should expect that there can and will be delays. Yeah.
What do you got there, Kenny?
Well, Kenny, what have we got?
I believe that we have. Have I got the right thing?
The bipod
We've
adapter.
got the bipod adapter. Yes. So for anyone who has an underslung.
Let me display that for you, Kenny.
Go for your life, and it comes with the little
Look at
rail
that.
there. Goes onto your underslung rail if you need to put a bipod or a
Picatinny
sling.
rail.
So yes, if you've got that rail underneath, that Picatinny underneath, and you need an adapter, well here you go.
Believe it or not, this is the sort of thing we get calls for all the time, because somebody might go to their local gun shop, say, I've got this gun, I want to put a bipod on it, and they go, oh, I don't know how you're going to do that. But there's a whole pile of little accessories coming out for those sorts of things now. Because if you went back only 5 years ago, no one even made this. It just goes on a rail and then gives you something to put a bipod or a sling straight on. The thing about this one too is it's actually got 2 studs that go through it and lock up. So it's a massive rail on it, and that's a super robust one. Especially if you're using something like 338 lap or tactical rifle, one of those rails, I'd definitely get this one because it's the strongest one I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But yeah, just called a bipod adapter for a Picatinny rail made by Caldwell. We literally sell hundreds of them.
Yeah, couldn't be simpler. It just comes with an Allen key.
But it does the job.
Just like a scope, like a reverse scope mount.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yep, beautiful. There we go.
Kenny.
So Bushman,
One of those.
we've actually had a couple of questions come in. One person is saying, what would you repaint those Caldwell targets with? You know, like after you sort of.
Look, good question. Paint. Look, the thing is, when you shoot it with something at 3,000 feet per second, the paint won't be there anymore.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just an alloy steel. So let's say you shot all the paint off it, you probably put a primer on. The thing is, if you had a white primer, that'd do.
Yeah.
It's just something with, that stands out at a distance. But there's no point using any special paint because you're just going to shoot it straight off.
I'd be just down to Bunnings and grab a can of yellow enamel and just straight on, because it's not like it's going to stay on there.
Yeah.
They'd probably ID you down at Bunnings for that, Ken.
Well,
in the spray can section, one of the kids coming. Yeah.
Oh,
They definitely want to ID you over that.
they would. They want to see that. Yeah.
Now listen, the next thing we're moving on to Caldwell bipods.
Yes. Super lightweight.
We've moved on.
And now listen, don't forget, on our Facebook page, Digital Rian's putting on there that all the links to these products, so you can check them out even more fully on our website. But if you've got any questions about any of these products that Bushy, Ken and myself are showing you, please ask us a question and we'll do our very best to answer it for you. Continue, Bushy.
Is that me?
Yeah, it's you, mate.
First one.
Yeah, so again, this is along that same line, and that's why I wanted to show these, because these are the things we get the most inquiries for. Now, here's a bipod that goes straight onto a Picatinny rail. It actually cuts out the last thing. I mean, if you want a sling swivel, sure, you need to go that way. If you just wanted a bipod, want to buy a bipod that goes straight on. Not expensive, super lightweight, aluminium. This particular one has panorama.
So it actually swivels there.
Yeah.
So you can track.
Yeah, so basically,
both
and
ways.
not many bipods have that. In fact, this next one is what we call a fixed bipod. This is pivot as well, so if you're on an uneven surface, it pivots. But the thing I love about panorama is if you're actually locked in and watching something, it starts walking, you don't have to move the bipod. This will actually allow you to track with it.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah, 20 degrees or something though.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
No, it's
if they
enough.
gallop off at light speed, well, it's time to shoot it. But look, a great little animal designed straight to go on. Do sell a lot of these. They just call it an AR bipod, and it's made to go straight on a Picatinny rail. Very good thing, super lightweight.
Yes.
Actually, Bushy, before you
It
go
is.
on to the next one, apparently these, sorry mate, I hate to keep bringing you back to it, but these Caldwell targets seem to be quite popular. Someone's actually asking, do they come with a stand or something that you can use with them?
Look, the thing, it's called fencing wire. They're made for 1/2-inch chain bolts, they call them. So you can actually put a U-shackle in there and just chain it on something. Honestly, most people just get a bit of fencing wire and tie it to the fence.
Yeah.
A lot of the American ones do come with a timber frame, and that you can hang it off, but we've got to quarantine the timber frame. So a couple of pieces of 3B2 that we could hang it off cost you about $500 because we've had to quarantine them. So we don't bring them in.
Yeah.
But look,
When we took it out there, we just took a couple of star pickets.
Yeah.
We banged a couple of star pickets in, a little bit of chain.
Yeah.
You can bodge it up pretty quickly.
so long as the thing swings, you're generally okay. If you try and stop it from swinging, then it puts all that pressure on whatever you've mounted it. But if it can just move when you shoot it, it just pivots. So yeah, a couple of bolts, bit of chain, bit of fencing wire. I'll do it. Don't shoot the fencing wire, of course. Then you'll have a problem. You'll have to go and put it back up again.
Yeah. So, okay, so I think we've answered that. So Bushy, moving on to the next one, the
I
fixed
don't
one.
know if you mentioned it. This is 7 to 9 inch too.
Well, you're just boasting
Yeah.
again, Ken.
No, I just couldn't remember if you did or not. But anyway, 7 to 9 inches. That one.
He's right though.
Is that what it goes to?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. And back to.
Okay.
Yeah. Depends on-
So that's like 2 inches difference.
Ah, right. So
Hang on.
the other really lightweight bipod we have. Now this is a fixed bipod. I was talking about this. These come in 6 to 9 inch or 9 to 13 inch, just like most bipods do. But if you've got something like a Ruger Precision, be it centerfire or rimfire, you'll also notice a lot of these handguards they come with are either M-lock or key mod. Pretty special. So there are 2 different attachments. Well, this bipod comes with both. So it doesn't matter which one you've got. If you had 2 different rifles, well, you could have a key mod and an M-lock one. But they're designed to go straight onto your handguard, because generally there's nothing on a handguard. It's just clean. So this will lock onto that. You put that on it. Sell a lot of them too.
Yep. Correct. This
Very
is,
nice, Kenny.
This is not one of the versions that goes directly onto a sling swivel mount though. So that one's made for those 2 versions.
Yeah, it's made to go onto your tactical forearm.
Yes. Correct.
Right.
Right.
Good.
And
We are
next.
moving on. We're going to the big guns now. We are on to the Caldwell Precision Chronograph.
And this isn't it.
What?
That's not it.
No, that's not it. Hang on. Here's one I
Here we
prepared earlier.
Oi, look out.
Right.
Here we go.
Right. Here we go. And it comes with this tripod. And I like this because you can.
I like this because
Wind it up.
when you actually shoot the sky screens the first time, you don't have to move it. You can just wind it up, and it still won't work because you've shot the sky screens.
Bushy, just give us a quick overview of.
No, Ken's in charge of chronograph.
All right, can you just give us a quick overview of what a chronograph does?
Oh. Well, of course it'll measure bullet speed. So
Yeah, well,
these,
hang on. How quick was that?
Not quick enough.
But yes, it does. This measures bullet speed. Will this measure arrows and things like that?
Yes,
too?
it will.
Yes, there you go. So
if you're a bow hunter,
So
William Tell.
I haven't looked at the actual setup instructions for this, but normally you've got to get them about 6 feet or so away from the muzzle blast.
Generally more than that, I think. Yeah.
And the bullet passes through these sky screens here. These ones are lit LED sky screens here, so this will actually work better than a non-lit version when the light gets bad or undercover, which can be a problem sometimes.
So so they've got two because it just reads the distance between here and here. Is that right?
It breaks a beam here, breaks a beam there, and it knows.
And then that works it out.
And it works it out mathematically. So.
And as you can see, it's actually got a digital screen on the front of it.
So I don't know if you can see that or not.
If you get your little binoculars out when it's a few metres away, actually it's digitally big enough you'll be able to read the velocity.
Yes, but what if you've got your app?
Wow.
Aha.
The phone app.
It does, yes. You can download a free phone app with this, and it has all sorts of operations from your.
You can read your standard deviation, your minimum velocity, your maximum velocity, your shot string. All that stuff. Really good. We sell tons of these things.
Now, here's the question, Bushy. If I manage to shoot one of these sky screens...
Which is highly possible.
Well, this is why we keep it at about 2 to 3 metres. So, because we know you only shoot a shotgun. And it's a bit of a problem shooting a shotgun through it. But, yeah, look, you can buy replacement parts. If you're lucky enough to shoot this right through the middle, the replacement part is the whole thing. But yeah, we have had people who've actually blown them off and that. But yes, we do sell the bits separately. These guys run on, I think, 4 AAA batteries, and this runs on a 9-volt battery. And the battery life's very long. You know, you don't go out chronograph every day unless you're really weird. But it's a super good product. And to add to your how far away should I have it, there's a microphone jack lead that goes into your phone, because you might say, oh, well, all the phones are different. Well, they all have a microphone jack that's the same. And that's what it plugs into. Oh. And that has a 15-foot cord on it. So they're saying don't put it any further than 15 feet away for a start, because that's as long as the cord is. Oh, okay. But generally speaking, I would have said you'd keep it at about 4 metres or something like that. Yeah.
Right. And Bushy, like, how popular are these?
You're not listening.
I am. I'm just asking you.
No, they're surprisingly popular. They're not ridiculously dear. Like, you can buy an older chronograph, which is, you know, a scientific instrument, and well, we've got one. Yeah. And I think it was 6 or 10 grand or something like that. But for much less than much less than $500. Yeah, in fact, I'm right. You can get one of these, and they're good. For load development, mucking around, if you get a bit serious, or even if you just want to have a play. The thing, you know, they're good, they're guaranteed. I don't think we've ever had one back for warranty.
Wow.
We had one shot up a bit, but not for warranty. So yeah, ballistic chronograph by Caldwell, great product, really simple to use. And look, we always get the question, there is a model above this, right, that we don't bring in, and the reason we don't bring it in is because it is a 110 volt item, and that does not conform in a 240 volt society. So we can't bring that one in. It's got a rechargeable battery in it, and that's how, if it charged for a USB we could, but it doesn't. So that's why we keep with this one, but we've never had any problem. It's a great product.
Yep. Yeah. And comes with everything you see there
and
more.
And the stand, it comes with the stand.
Yep, comes with that as well.
Okay. Not with a Kenny. Kenny not included.
Kenny not included.
Yep.
Bushy, we do have a question. We're just going back a little bit, just from that chronograph. It says, does the Panorama bipod only suit underslung Picatinny?
No. Because, so, okay, that's you think about this. It's not just a Caldwell thing. So I know this is about Caldwell, but so we've got a Caldwell bipod. You can buy a standard bipod that's got that, right? And good question, because most of them don't have that. And I think that's the best feature of the thing, to be honest. So Caldwell make a standard bipod like that, and so do Champion. Champion call it something else. Traverse.
Oh.
That's the same as Panorama, which is the same as swiveling, which is the same as whatever. So both of those brands make one. We stock them, and you could get one at your local dealer.
But if the question was, that particular one has to go on to a...
Yeah, of course it does. But they make
to a Picatinny.
Make the same version for a standard rifle.
Yep.
Correct.
I wasn't sure exactly what the question was, but that one
I
there.
was listening, Kenny. I
Yep,
knew what it was.
only goes on to it. That one there only goes on to it, but there are similar things.
Well, Bushman, we are moving on, and we are moving on to something that that Caldwell are renowned for, and that is the Benchrest, and this is the Benchrest BR or the Rock BR.
Is it?
Correct.
It is,
Yes, it is.
and it's a cracker. We've had these for years.
Have we?
Yep.
We've had you for years, and that doesn't make you good.
Have you
Yes,
broken
it does.
No, I haven't. I'm adjusting it, Kenny.
Oh, good work.
Take our
Allow me.
loyal viewers through it.
Cast iron. It weighs a ton. So this is what we call the competition rock, or the Rock BR. It is. Well, we're about. You can see there's another one there with a joystick that takes it even further. But if you anti-joystick, this is brilliant because it actually has very precise movements, left and right, as well as up and down.
That moves the platform left and right.
Moves it either way rather than you either moving your bag or moving the rest, etc. And of course you're paying for that. But it is a really pristine thing. Pivot, adjustable pivot points here and here and here.
At that point, it's not doing anything. Now it's doing something.
Yeah.
You got your
It has a level, a
Got
spirit
a
level.
spirit level in it as well. Caldwell love put. There's a spirit level in that chronograph. Bet you didn't know that, Kenny.
I did. I just wasn't.
I
mentioning
didn't.
It wasn't sharing.
No.
Yes,
Anyway.
and it can be adjusted by these legs.
Totally adjustable. You've got your
But they're
foot-
pointy as you don't want to put them on the Nook Boss's nice
On the,
leather.
On the rhinoceros leather.
It's not rhinoceros leather.
Oh,
No.
No,
oh.
no, we're not allowed to shoot them.
No.
I didn't say white rhinoceros.
4-end stop, so it always comes back to the same place under recoil. Comes with this bag, and these are little plates. Also comes with a 3-lobe bag as well, which you can then put a giant 4-end in it, and any bag will fit in it. But it weighs a ton.
great,
It is
though.
a really good. Yeah, it's surprising. It's not a cheap item, but we do sell a lot of them. This windage feature in particular is really good, and I know when we use the rest. If you're not squeezing the bag and going backwards and forwards, you don't have to do any of that with this. You just grab it and go, oh yeah, perfect. Just wind it across, a little bit here, boom. In no time at all, you're
You're set
exactly
up,
where
there
you
you
want to
go.
be and set up. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. It's worth the money, no doubt about it. The other animal,
Even better still.
he's a joystick man.
I
Loves the joystick.
Oh, yeah.
I do
There's
like-
nothing Ken likes better than having his hand on the joystick.
the fire control. Those fire control rests are just brilliant because with one action, you've got your hand on the joystick and you just round it goes spot on.
Yeah,
I
release it,
really
locks
like
up.
Yeah, and don't forget, we don't have one of those here, but you can see that Digital Ren will be putting that up on the Facebook page. Make sure you check it out. More information is there. Now listen, we're getting close to, we're halfway through the Caldwell list, but we're getting close to giving away a Caldwell prize. So if you haven't asked a question yet, I suggest you get on, ask a question, and you will be in the running to win one of a special Caldwell prize today.
Next. So there are our 2 premium rests. We do
Righto.
sell a lot of both cast iron, both heavy, don't move. Really, really good products.
Let's move on to the lead sleds, gentlemen.
Can you show me your stuff, mate?
Come on,
it.
Ken.
Right, I'll grab one.
Well, we only got
We
one.
only got one, mate.
Yeah, well,
Even though we got
that's
3.
why I'm only going to grab one.
Actually, we've got 5 different lead sleds.
Let's go like that.
There we go.
Hey.
So
Which one's that one, Kenny?
that is a DFT2.
So,
Yes, it is.
is he swearing? So,
Not 2 as well.
well, it
2.
actually says, Digital Naomi's so good. I've forgotten she put the names on these. This is Lead Sled Solo. So this is a basic one. You don't want to spend a whole lot of money. You don't need this sort of thing that often. That'll still do the job. Just takes a bit more adjustment.
People can't see it with
This-
your big hand.
Yeah, I know.
This is my lead sled dual frame.
They can't see it.
I know.
Your back's in the way.
I know.
You need to move.
And that's the joystick version. And as you can see, a lot of these have just taken off the Benchrest we've just showed you. They're about adjustability, etc. But this has got heaps of adjustability in itself too. This dual frame, you can slide it up and down. I mean, you got a
Wheelie, wheelie, little rifle.
that works.
Jesus.
A really big one. It goes out to there.
Have you got one?
No. No rifles allowed here.
Never
This
work
is
with
accessories.
children, animals, or bushies.
Yeah. So these trays, you'll notice they all have one, and that's all about. They actually sell a lead shot bag. Now you don't have to use lead shot or whatever, but anything you do to increase the weight reduces the recoil.
Sand.
So yeah, exactly. Sand, gravel, your mother-in-law, whatever. Just jam her under there, get a bit of extra weight. This is super soft now. This we used to have a dual frame. This is a dual frame too, and this is one of the improvements. And this is so soft. This stuff.
I haven't felt that. Let me feel.
Oh, you got to squeeze that.
Oh, that's very hard.
Yes. Beautiful moulded front bag here too, which is durable. The other thing, you're saying I'm short.
A little bit. No, yes.
The other thing too is they've actually got a strap here, because the truth is when you strap a rifle in like that, it will tend to recoil up because it's got nowhere to go. I'm not saying you have to use the strap, but if you want to, you can, and that'll just stop it from flipping out of the rest as well. But on this one, you've got windage and elevation just like you have on that competition rock. So great little thing. For me, look, I used to shoot a lot of big calibers, and it shows, you know.
I think it is.
Never used one of these. For load development, probably would have been nice, but you know, I say just man up. But look, if you had a 458 or something like that, and you did want to shoot a few different loads, work on a, you know, just do some load development. You had 60 cartridges to shoot off a bench. Well, I can tell you, after you shoot 60 458s, and I've done it plenty of times, it starts to hurt. So yeah, you could actually, if you strap them into this right, you actually get your extra weight here. You take away nearly 95% of the recoil. So you could shoot 100 rounds of 458 across this platform in a day, and you wouldn't have even known you'd done it, as long as you had earmuffs on. So yeah, it's a great thing for bigger calibers, and you know, I don't subscribe to the idea that you should use one of these all the time, because you've got to understand and get used to the recoil of your rifle.
Yeah.
But if you've got to sit down and do a whole pile of load development if you want to and things like that, well, there's no point in beating the crap out of yourself, because then you'll just get a flinch and you won't be able to shoot anything with a rifle. So that's what this is for, a flinch-free mechanism. And as you can see, we've got a joystick version there that's, Kenny sabotaged me there.
I had it locked up.
The FCX, which is fire control, that's what that stands for. We also have an Aqua, what's that called?
Hydrosled.
A Hydrosled.
Yeah, it's brand new.
We sold all them, but you actually, instead of putting anything here, you fill it up with water.
Yeah.
So you pour it out, it's quite light. It's a different looking animal to this, and there's a...
From the Latin hydra, meaning water. I have had a question come through,
Right.
and they're asking, where are Caldwell products made? I'm assuming all different locations.
Correct.
Yeah.
Look, we buy them from the US, but like a whole pile of things, we all know that they'll, you know, if they've got a guy in Singapore who quotes and has the quality for a product, they'll get it made there. Could be China. Look, like these are made in a number of places. Some of them are made in the States, but this, I couldn't even tell you where this is made. But these people do source globally, I can tell you that, and they do it to quality and price. The one thing, oh, that sounds insulting. The one thing Americans are good at, yeah, no, I'll go with that. The one thing they're good at is they actually know how to specify a product.
Yeah.
So they can go to, you know, like you go to China, oh, I wouldn't buy Chinese. But the thing is, they won't accept it unless it's their quality when it comes out, and they fly people over to quality check shipments. So you can get some impressive stuff out of there. And look, be anti-Chinese or whatever, I'm not. But if you show them how to make something good, guess what? They can only make good ones. Simple as that's the only thing you showed them to make was good ones. They make good ones.
Might not get any out of there soon.
No.
Well, yeah, who knows? Dual frame, lead sled.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's
Awesome.
that one.
Awesome.
Right.
All right, gentlemen, we are now moving on to, well, this is, you have a look at how well these are made, because you look at how far they're about to stretch. Right?
Well, you want me to put them on?
The Caldwell Emax Pro electronic earmuffs. Now, here's
There
a
you
torture
go.
test.
Yeah,
all right?
these ones are in aqua.
Yeah,
Very nice.
I
They
quite
come in
like this colour.
How many colours? They come in 3 colours?
They do. One, two,
Oh, I can't see
three.
that. Oh, there you go. I can't see that from here.
Yeah,
But I was
yeah,
pretty sure it
pretty-
was
yeah,
3.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
But
So
yes.
flat dark earth, grey and aqua instead of a pink. And I like aqua. I'd buy a set of aqua.
So I'm really enjoying you with these on, Bushy.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
What?
So these are brand new for this year. They're more or less what you call a low profile earmuff.
Fold-ups?
Some people, yeah, they do
They're
fold
great.
up nice, and
Yeah.
that's great for your shooting bag, etc. 23 NRR, noise rate in reduction. A lot of people say, oh, I've got to have the smallest ones, I've got to have the smallest ones. But you know what? The smallest ones are the worst ones. Because it doesn't matter who makes them. The universal thing about earmuffs is if it has the smallest cut of all of them, it also has the smallest attenuation, so it's not as good as a big set. And while people don't like wearing those big bulbous things that make you look like Mickey Mouse, things hanging off your head, they actually are better for magnum rifles, handguns and things like that. They're generally 30 to 31 NRRs. Most things this size are 23, 24, which will do the job in most things. But if you were shooting like that rifle you shot, like a 6.5 with a brake on it all the time.
It was fine when you were shooting it.
Yeah, not for the people beside him. But yeah, if you're shooting something with a brake that's actually sending all the vibration, the noise and the gas back, you should use good quality earmuffs. I'm not saying that these won't do it, but you don't want to go super slim because it's not going to do the job. 3 AAA batteries, nothing fancy they run on.
They're stereo.
They are stereo, they've got a volume control, just push button volume control.
One question we've just had come through, Bluetooth?
No.
Not on those ones?
Not on those ones.
But no, there is a microphone jack. So
there is a jack.
3.5 inch pin? Yes.
Why wouldn't you? 3.5 inch.
3.5, well, what do they call it?
Millimetre.
Mil.
Yeah, 3.5
Yeah,
mil.
inches. Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, inch is a bit big.
Yeah, bit. Yeah.
Is that about 3.5?
That's a big cable.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they have auto shut off. So if you leave them on, like Kenny does, and leave them there, 4 hours later, they will turn themselves off. Wish we could do that with him.
Well, actually, we've had one person.
Have a request for that already?
I don't know. No,
Can we switch him off?
Actually, the opposite. Actually, believe it or not, we've had someone say. Adam Butler says, "Thank God Ken is there to clarify the questions. I don't speak bushy."
Thank you, Adam. You're welcome. You're welcome, mate. Yep. That's why I'm here.
Takes a special person to understand me. I should introduce you to my wife.
I've had years of practice.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
I'm not fluent bushy, but Ken is.
No, not many people are.
So I'm not sure why we're doing this, but am I to believe now that we're going back to rests again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are we doing it?
Oh, we're kind of mixing things up a bit.
All right, back to rest. Let's do it.
Why wouldn't you?
Right. This time we've got the...
Just the rock.
We've got
The Rock.
The Rock BR's little brother, just the plain rock.
The rock.
Nothing to do with the movie star The Rock.
No, nothing.
While it's still heavy, this
Not
one
endorsed
isn't
by?
cast iron.
No.
It's cast alloy. The most popular Benchrest we sell. Mainly because of price, and it's a super capable rest. Nice big stable legs on it. Got all your adjustments. Got your 4-end stop. Comes with a bag. You can actually buy it in a kit, a combo that comes with a rear bag as well. Simple elevation adjustment. Windage adjustment is just move to the left or move it to the right.
Wow. Do that again. Do that again.
Yeah, not every. Nah.
Jeez.
Look, you're gonna get one go on that.
It's technological.
I'll say.
But the truth is, once you got it set up, just move your bag from your rear bag from left to right. But they're great to use. We use them on the range all the time. It's just a good rest.
That's what we've got down in our range.
It is what we've got now.
Yeah, that's what we use standard. Yeah, they're good. Just a good utility.
The boss wouldn't let us use the good one.
No. There's no way we're ever going to get a budget for a good one.
No.
Yeah.
So Caldwell Rock, it's called, and it is a brilliant rest.
Yep.
Not super expensive, lasts your lifetime, never have any trouble with it.
Well, got a handle on it too.
Look at that. Look at that. That's pretty good, eh? Well, now I don't think we've got a picture for the next thing, so I'll leave this up here, all right?
And even for the more budget conscious,
But
Bushy's a bit in love with this.
no, we're going to.
Yeah, it's Ken.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
But we're talking about something else first.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about something else then. What?
Yeah. You haven't
This
missed it.
table.
Yeah,
Table.
well,
light.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, that's fine.
Let's talk about that.
God, it's hard to get
Yeah,
you
we
to-
couldn't bring one of those in because it was a bit bulky.
Bit bulky.
But for those who watched our episode, the last, not this one, but the
Yeah.
episode
Season
before,
8, episode 3.
yeah, we used one of these stable tables in the
In the
wilds
field.
of New South Wales.
In the field.
Back before
When you
Corona.
could cross the border.
Yeah.
And
Oh, remember crossing the border? Do you remember that?
I remember
Do
that.
you remember when we actually go to like things like parties and stuff like that?
Yeah,
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
barely. But I was really surprised by this table because
Me too.
Because it is light. It is
stable.
It is compact.
and it is a table.
But I didn't expect it to be so good. The fact that the way it moves around and it pivots, it pretty much any ground. Like we move. If you
Yeah, we're
remember
just
when
in the
we
paddock.
started on the
Yeah.
flat in the paddock, and then as we moved up the hill, we were on more and more angle and all sorts of things, and I did think it was going to be a problem, but it actually wasn't. It was very good, and I was very impressed with it. So,
well, I'd never shot off a table before in the bush, and it was just a great experience. I was shooting a 450 Bushmaster off it, and I can tell you, when you shoot a bigger gun, whatever you're shooting it off will bite you if it doesn't feel right and it's not set up, and this was. You can even move the seat from left to right side because he's a Molly Duker, and it also pivots as well, and it folds up into something just this flat, weighs about 10 kilos.
And a surprisingly comfortable position on it too. Like you can move it around, you can get really comfortable on it. So.
It was just like shooting on a range.
Yep, that's good.
Yeah, I was impressed with it, really impressed. And we do sell a lot of them. There's actually, like they call this the table light. There's actually a table as well, so a more expensive one. But it, comes with a fridge, a kitchen sink, 6-pack, all that. You can buy that at the shop. You don't need this one.
Good questions just come through. What's the capacity of the table? Do you know at all?
Well, Ken sat on it.
Yes, I can tell you that for sure that the seat is at least about 102 kilos.
I
don't think it actually rates the capacity on it, but we found it certainly strong. I don't think you'd want to have a party on the table and start dancing.
No.
Certainly the seat where you're supposed to sit.
No, I don't think it's dancing rated.
Yeah, but this is steel construction, sort of thing. So it's not a cheap, flimsy alloy thing because, stable table light, you think, oh, it's only aluminium. It is not. No. It is really, really solid. It is all that hardware on there you see in the legs and all that is all steel.
The top is plastic.
Yeah, obviously. It's a polymer, but mate, it was good. And we dragged it a kilometre all over the paddock and we didn't have a problem with it.
No, it was good. And the other thing that you put on it, Bushy, was this next product, which was the Caldwell tack driver bag.
The El Cheapo tack driver bag.
And this performed well too. And you can see that in the season 8, episode 3 with Bushy with his 450.
Yep. Got a nice handle to cart it around, reasonably solid, non-slip on the bottom. Just bang your rifle in there, boom, away you go. Believe it or not, recoil reduction. It actually has that too, because once you bite this in, you've got to pull the weight of the bag too. So it actually makes the gun softer to shoot. But this, you think, it's only one height. But when you put the gun in this, you can easily do this. Like, there's so much movement to move it around. I like it because it's simple like me, and it just works brilliantly.
I don't think it's as simple as you, Bushy.
No, probably not. But the other products are better, don't get me wrong, but for throwing that on a carb on it for a shot, it's so quick to set up. That's what I love about it. You're ready to go like that.
And they come filled just like that.
Yeah, they do.
All
What you see is what you get.
Yep. I'll tell you what, if you whack somebody with it.
Oh, jeez.
So,
a
home defence device.
Now, Ken, we've got to that point of the day, mate, where it's time to give a prize away, mate.
Oh, gee.
So, can you get our prize ready? Listen, you've been very good. You've asked a couple of questions, but I think you could be asking some more. I think a few of you have been a bit slack. You're watching the show, you're thinking, what's going on?
Huh?
You need to start asking questions. Now, Ken, Bushy had no idea that you were going to do this.
I know, he gets upset when I give things away.
Oh, yeah. We've blown the budget this month. Ken,
Miserable.
what have we got to give away for the first half of Night TV Livestream?
These are pretty much the same profile, I think, as the electronics that we had, but this is the passive version of them. So these actually come in a couple of different colours, youth sizes, full sizes, all sorts of things. So this is a nice little product too. So there we go. That's what we're giving away.
I'll tell you who we're going to give it away to.
Passive.
Let me tell you who you're going to give it away to. We're going to give it away to a person called Josh Beverley. Congratulations, Josh.
Cheers, mate.
Right, now, Josh, I'll give people the rundown every single time we do this. Do not put your address in the comments, right? PM Digital Rian, right? With your address, and we promise that Ken will send that to you.
And these will match your battleship.
Oh yeah, if you got one.
If you got it.
Nice, great.
Yeah.
All right. So, listen, we still wish to apologise to the gentleman who still has not yet received his toilet paper.
Didn't give me an address.
Oh, he'll be back. You wait a couple of months, you won't be able to get it again.
Didn't you get the address?
No, have never received it.
Wow.
Maybe Digital Cara got it and didn't tell me.
Okay, possibly. All right. Well, we're moving on now from Caldwell to Allen products.
So it's the Allen Company.
We're moving on.
It's not the George Company or whatever.
We're talking
just called
gun
Allen.
socks, Bushy.
Yeah, that's that shiny half a ruler one.
Well, everybody who sits a rifle in their cupboard at home for any amount of time should have them in one of these socks because
You're not allowed to have it in your cupboard anymore, can you?
Well, in my cupboard is where my gun safe is, Bushy. So that's why I'm saying cupboard. Yeah, exactly.
He's always got an answer.
Yeah,
It's just annoying.
I had to make that
It's
up
just
quickly.
annoying.
Yeah.
How did I do?
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Thank you.
So gun socks, most of them about 52 inch. I think we've actually got a 55 inch one for God knows why your gun's that long. Silicon impregnated, so they absolutely repel water. And probably the most popular thing we sell them for is actually putting inside a gun safe. Purely because they'll stop it from going mouldy, they stop it from banging together, they're cheap, it's a knitted cloth, and you can get fancy Ruger ones, you can get pink ones, green ones, brown ones, black ones. 40, yeah, we've got a 47 inch tactical one. There's so many flavours in them. They do handgun ones, but it's just a great little thing. It's not expensive and it keeps the surface of your gun clean and they don't rust.
Stops the mould, stops the corrosion, stops the rust.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
They're very good.
And I guess too, that's sort of something
Gun socks.
that we should say. Alan's range of gun socks and gun bags that we're going to see. I mean, we're only just providing a little snapshot. There is an enormous range.
Yeah.
There is.
As was the Caldwell stuff we just talked about as well.
Yeah, I mean, when we're talking gun stock, get onto our website.
You can see everything that we've got.
Everything
on
that
the
we've
website.
got and we've brought into Australia is on there. And I tell you what, there is a mountain of stuff there.
Some very good
Right,
accessories.
gun socks done.
Right, gun stocks done. Okay, so let's move on to the Allen Rail Mount Swivel Stud.
So you wonder why we do this,
Like
because
the
it's the
other
same
one.
as the last thing, really.
Not quite.
No, not
but,
quite.
But smaller, like me. But look, this is made for for sling swivels more than anything, to go straight on your Picatinny rail. You could use it for a bipod, but you haven't got a lot of width there, so it might rock around a bit, but I'm sure you could still use it.
You probably could, but
But-
I would recommend the other one if you're going to put a bipod on it.
But in some of these things, you haven't got much room on your rail, and that's where this shines, because it doesn't take up much room.
No.
You know, if you've got a laser or a torch sticking on the front of the rail as well, you can stick this behind it. So, yeah, just a smaller version of it. Again, something we sell a lot of. Very inexpensive, super strong, made to do the job. Another one,
There you go.
sling swivel stud.
There you go.
No problem.
Like me.
Another item.
Stud.
All right,
Just
well,
another little
I tell you what, can you get the next one, mate?
Is that the targets?
That is the Easy
No?
Aim. Yeah.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah, the Allen Easy Aim Splash Adhesive.
Yes.
Targets.
And that's the big difference here, is that probably everybody's used a few of these splash targets. If you haven't, you should.
Yeah.
Because they're excellent.
Every time you hit them, they splash orange.
You get a splash of colour, which is really easy to spot.
Yeah.
But what's a little bit different about these ones is that these are adhesive backed. Yeah. So you don't have to find a nail, a staple gun.
Just bang it on
Just stick it on and away you go. And as you rightfully said, Bushy, earlier, that's very handy, especially if you get windy and you don't have targets flapping and going on.
Yeah, that's right. So, like when you use thumbtacks on a cardboard box or something, and the wind will often just blow it straight off. It won't blow this off.
No. And this is only just a couple different versions. I'm not sure
like
how
a
many.
side in there. There's about 6 or 7 different versions.
Different sizes.
I like this idea too, because they come with patches. Not everyone.
That is a good idea.
But I think that's great.
Yep.
And just the fact that, you know how hard it is to find a bullet hole in a black bullseye sometimes? Well, the bullet hole turns orange. You can't miss it.
You know, to use the patches, you've actually got to hit the target.
Ooh.
You know, I wouldn't imagine you would have needed a lot of push. Right, moving on.
But the great thing is it does allow that shooter instant recognition of impact.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
that's
great.
the best thing.
Adhesive's good.
Yep.
This has been very popular.
They call it splash technology.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
there's
do.
a few of them. Right?
Someone's asking how many targets in a pack. Well, there's 5 targets in this pack.
Yeah, I think every one of them's got
and 5 in this one. But
Yep.
some of the targets are multi-target versions.
Yeah, well,
too,
there's 5 targets on that one.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That one's got multi-ones.
So 5 targets of 5 targets.
Yeah.
5 times 5.
Oh, yeah.
73.
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
That's why they're in marketing and not sales.
Okay, so the Allen Eliminator connected shooting rad.
Right, another.
Oh, this is awesome. This is great.
Another resty thing, yes.
Yeah, so you just carry it around like that.
Yep.
Nice and connected, unconnected, whatever you want. Non-slip bum on it, like me.
There's a lot of things like Bushy.
Oh, yeah. I'm very universal. And if I could just get
Right,
these
so it's
undone.
got clips on the side,
Clips on the
unclip.
side.
Wow!
And you can basically, whatever length rifle you've got, etc. And that also will adjust elevation as you're moving the gun in between it. Really simple, super tough topping on this. I don't think you'd ever wreck that. Because that can be a problem sometimes when you've got a sling swivel stud sticking out the back of your stock. But mate, these are as tough as nails.
Let's grab this, Bush. There we go. We're clear. Have a look at this.
Oh, he just wants to play with a gun all the time.
Come on, here we go. Look
Huh?
at that, mate. Look at that.
Yeah, it's a gun. I've seen one before. It's a Ruger. Nice Ruger. But yeah,
Well,
you know,
spot
you can infinitely adjust that up and down and around depending on where you want to go. And that. But yeah, great connected, really tough material. Don't know whether you can say much more about that. It's just a handy thing.
Yeah, it's just a little bit
It's
different.
It is
compact.
different.
I've not seen one like this before.
Look, I tell you what, you need to do yourself a favour. Get down to your local firearms dealer this weekend and just grab one. Everyone should just have one of these.
It comes
Everyone.
comes filled with poly beads, which are inert. Inert. Trying to say.
There we go. And you'll not get down to the club with just one of your bags. You'll definitely have both.
Now, how many times can you use these?
Oh, these are throwaway. You use them once, you throw them away.
Yeah,
get
we've
another
got
one.
plenty more.
Yeah, get another one. Yeah. All right, now listen. We aren't getting any questions. We must just be explaining things terribly well.
That's never happened before.
I know. So you know, there's obviously
There is the alternate thing that we are so disinteresting that
Yeah, I'd
that
go
or
with that.
uninteresting.
I fail to even believe that. All right. Now listen, the
Now you
next
gotta cover all
one we've got here
possibilities.
the Allen Eliminator. No, the Allen Window Rack 2.
Yes.
Actually, it says here it's a gun and tool rack. So Kenny, I could hang you up on this.
Thank you, Bushy.
That was a little.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
I saw
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
yeah.
I saw it. Yes.
So this is the steel version. You can actually get you can see it there. You can get a plastic version as well. We sell mostly the steel one. And it fits into the window rubber in the back of your ute. So long as you're with the vehicle and it's on private property,
Yes.
perfectly legal.
Yes, don't put them in the back of your window and drive down the main highway.
No.
No, not advisable. But it's an alternative to sticking the thing. You know, like you've got to put it in the car somewhere and it's wobbling around and bouncing around. They don't bounce around in these. They sit in nice and tight, and they're just out of your way. And if you need to pull one out, just reach in, grab it, and away you go. So pretty
Well-
simple, pretty straightforward.
A lot of property owners use them.
Yeah, very common for cockies out west. Yeah,
Yep.
but that's a steel one, pretty solid.
Doesn't harm the vehicle.
No.
It pulls out when.
Only for utes though.
Yeah.
Just a question come through. They want to know how many guns actually fit that rack.
Two, just like that. It's
DOS.
window rack, 2 gun metal.
There we go.
2.
Well done, Bushy.
DOS.
Brilliant.
Now listen,
Right.
go.
Or you can put your favourite axe on there, or
Oh, yeah.
a crowbar.
Yeah, an
What
axe
else?
would be good. Yeah,
What
if
else?
it falls off and
Pitchfork.
chops your head off.
I need to just start getting people excited because we need more questions. And people out there aren't asking questions. There's a stack of you on, I can see it. But listen, at the end of today's show, Bushy doesn't know this until now, but we are giving away.
It's got bones on it.
We are giving away this Allen gun case.
It's a Bonds.
Mate,
is a Bonds.
I tell you what, how did you manage to get this past finance?
I didn't.
Okay.
I haven't told him yet.
Okay, all right. Well, you better start asking questions because we're giving this away.
Right.
Look
Here's
at that,
another
Kenny.
little accessory from Alan.
Yeah.
This is a neoprene scope cover. They come in 3 different sizes. This one
It's a little one.
is a small. This would only go on a small scope, like a little 1 to 4,
Yeah,
or
1 to
something
4,
like
something like
that. It just stretches over the top, goes on. It's camo, made specifically camo, so that if you lose it in the grass, you can't find it. You have to buy another one.
Yep.
Hey, they've thought of everything.
Medium's about 3 to 9 size, and the large is like 6 to 18 by 44, something like that.
The good news is you won't go broke buying them because they're not expensive.
No,
There you
and
go.
it's just a good alternative to actual covers because it actually protects the whole scope rather than just the lenses.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's surprising how many of them we sell. A lot of people do like this idea of
Yeah.
protecting the whole scope.
And they're actually quite dust-proof too once they're
Yep.
on there. So
Neoprene, you make a diver suit out of it.
there you go.
Don't forget, if you want to see this more in more detail, get more information, Digital Rand's put the URL on the Facebook page. You can check it out there. Now,
We're
let's
just
start-
framing through things here
we
now.
are starting to get onto the gun case side of Allen. Now, listen, I just got to say, having been to SHOT Show numerous times now, and just seeing the Allen stand, it is just a veritable array of different types of gun bags. And this was new for 2020, Bushy, was the Heritage range.
Yep.
We have a whole range of these things, and they make some really nice quality bags.
Yeah.
So again, on the website, we're only going to show you 4 or 5 of them here, but on the website there is heaps of them. So if you go on www.nia.com.au, you will see them all, along with all the slings we're going to show too. We're only going to show a few slings, but there's lots of them.
Yep.
Right, Bushy, what do you got?
Take us away, Bushy.
This is nice. This is real leather.
It's a gun bag.
It's folded leather too.
Rolled and folded.
It's the Heritage Laramie. I like it. The blue and the brown goes really good together.
Laramie.
Super plush inside. All really good quality steel fittings on them and zips and all that. Like built to go forever. Rolled leather handles. Getting a bit excited there. Huge pocket on the side for putting your lunch and your dog and I don't know what else you put in there.
6-pack.
But yeah. This is cotton canvas and it's super tough. It's like a tarp. Really is. Tough stuff.
Yeah, that's a nice bag. That's a 52-inch shotgun bag. It also comes in a, was it 48 or 46?
48-inch rifle scope bag.
Which will be taller to take a scope.
Yep.
But that's a good looking
Super
bag.
plush line. They've just got some nice gun bags. What we're finding these days is we're actually selling more high-end bags and probably less hard cases. Now we sell Pelican hard cases, don't get me wrong, we like selling them, but...
and we know hard cases.
Yeah, we are, or we know.
We know.
But the thing is, like, well, you know, I'm a car driver, not a all-wheel drive driver, or it's kind of all-wheel drive car thing. But the thing is, most cars are getting smaller. It's as simple as that. And putting one of those giant hard cases in it doesn't fit anymore. So you're still looking for good rifle protection, but you want it to go in and out of your car without taking a chainsaw to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, a good quality bag is actually becoming a very popular item these days, and Alan's got a massive range of them.
Although, Bushy, I don't agree, because my car is exactly the same size as when I bought it, mate. You can say it's getting smaller, but it's not. Okay?
Now listen, but gentlemen, before can you go and get the next bag? But Bushy, we've got a whole stack of questions come through.
Yeah.
We do, actually. Yep, we have. So Keegan wants to know, how does the rack like attach to the window?
It has like spades on the end of it that just go up inside the rubbers on the rear windows.
Okay. Yep.
Right. So they just push them in, but it kind of goes apart and then screws together in the middle to stop it from coming back.
Like
again.
a roof rack. Some of those actually go into the rubber. But that's all. You'd think, it's kind of, but it doesn't hurt them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been selling that product for years.
Paul is asking, do they come in pink? But I'm not assuming that's with the car rack.
I think it was with the neoprene.
The neoprene scope cover? Does it come in
like
pink?
the Muddy Girl.
Yeah, like the Muddy Girl sort of thing. Does it?
No.
No?
Well, it can if you want to paint it.
Okay.
But
No,
we don't
no.
have one.
Okay.
They actually only come in camo, the Allen ones.
Yep. Sorry.
Mike asked about the window rack again. Is that legal in storage? I'm assuming it would be if it was in storage.
In storage.
Well, no.
Well.
I mean, you're using it for access to the firearm, and that's only on private property and only when you're with the gun. You can't, like, if you put it inside a safe in storage, it's okay. But it can't be out on its own. You can't put it on a wall.
Yeah, it has no locking mechanism of any sort.
There we go. And Jim asks, are the scope covers long enough to fit with like a sunshade on the scope?
Oh, look, if you're going that length, probably not. No, I don't think so, because that can add 4 inches to the length of your scope. I wouldn't think so, to be honest. No.
Most of those shades are 3 to 4 inches long.
Yeah, they're made for hunting scopes, not for Benchrest scopes. So, no, I wouldn't think that'd do the job.
James is asking, do they have Velcro straps inside? I wonder what that was in relation to the
bag, one of the bags.
Oh, the bag that we just showed, the Laramie.
No.
Nope.
Why would you want Velcro straps inside?
Don't know.
Kinky?
No.
No. Look, some tactical ones do, I think, because of the weight of the rifle to stop it moving around.
Yeah,
but these don't, no. And some hard cases have that to stop it from moving around in the hard case.
That bag, for example, pretty much any rifle that you put in there is going to be snug.
Oh, absolutely. It's not going to move around inside.
It's not going to move around in that.
No.
So.
Cameron asks, how would a bag go with a bipod shill attached?
Well, we have bags for that. That ain't one of them.
Can be a struggle. Yeah, you need a bag with a.
But like, take for example that new, I think that Alan Ruger bag that's out now.
We've got one. We'll show you one that'll take a bipod.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does need more depth at the front to do that. You're right, most gun bags will not do that.
Yeah.
But we do have a few.
And you want something that's got, that one has got like that plush lining in it, which is probably not great on
Tactical sort of.
like things with edges on them like bipods, whereas some of them have got that,
Yeah, no,
that
that's
really
super tough.
resilient
We'll get to the
Cordura
summit.
kind of stuff inside.
Which leads me to the this next question, Bushy. Do they do a good shotgun one?
Well, depends on what sort of shotgun, because that was a shotgun bag, but that's a one-piece shotgun
Yeah.
bag. This is a
you
takedown
could
shotgun
fit
bag.
Half a shotgun in this if it was in one piece.
Yes.
But yeah, so this is a
Thank you,
heritage
Digital Nail.
takedown case. It's an absolutely gorgeous case. Super. So have a look at the inside of that. Really,
nice.
really nice. Everything's separated.
What's this, a canvas?
So your barrels, your 4-inch sit in there, and your stock goes in, or no, the other way around. Sorry. But yeah, no, it's cotton canvas again, like the last one. It's just a really nice, proper leather, beautiful, plenty of room for your choke tubes and.
This is kind of like a
Small
modern
sandwich.
version of the old leg and button case.
Yeah, the old leather one sort of thing.
Yep.
Good carry handle on it as well. Just nice case.
Yeah, I do like that one, because
Yeah.
I was thinking
Oh, it's lovely.
that
Awesome.
with what you were saying before, in some of the cars these days that are smaller, some of the cases get quite big. So, and when you're travelling, you know some of these bags these days that you've got a lower section in them where you got a hard that would slide well into there and all the gear on top. So
Very nice.
Nice.
I like that one. Yeah,
The old
Right.
it's a nice. That's got leather trim on it too.
Yeah, I did say that.
Did
Right.
you? Oh, okay.
Go and get us the
And
next one, mate.
shockproof.
What is it?
I've already got it.
Swatch. Oh, Bushy's got it, mate. The Swatch.
I'll just walk around in circles
Look at
then.
this.
Swatch.
Comes in a couple of colours. This is tan and black.
This has got the different inside that you were telling me about.
Comes in a navy
No,
and black.
no.
No, that's
Flushy.
plush.
Okay.
That's plushy. Yeah, he's always wrong. Get your work on that.
Hey,
that's fine.
Um,
I'm just asking a question.
Two big
Correct.
pockets over here.
Yep.
No big pockets on the other side. But that comes together, so very, very nice to carry.
And
Good,
this is the
solid
profile we're
steel
talking
zap.
before about
For
the rifle
scope,
profile
scope.
for
Yeah.
the scope.
Yeah.
In fact, that's got that much height on. No, you probably still wouldn't fit a bipod in that. It needs a little bit more depth up here.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say this is one either. But this is 46, Kenny, or
48.
yeah, no, 46 and
Is it-
52. So
okay.
make it in a shotgun one and a rifle one. They're normally the two
There it
lengths
is.
you get everything in, 46 and 52, because
Yeah.
most rifles will fit in a 46 standing
Correct.
on the head.
Correct.
48 if you got a muzzle brake. 50 if you just need
Yeah.
to get closer to the target.
Some rifles, when they start getting up with 26-inch barrels, you need the 48s and things like
Yeah.
that. But the average rifle with a 22 to 24-inch barrel will go in there.
Got a,
Gentleman's asking about the Swatch scoped bag. Would that fit an Adler B220? Do you want to go and grab one?
oh. Yeah, well, if you took the magazine out of it, for sure.
Because and he's right. Because if you put them in the other way up, it just might go in there with the pistol
Do
grip.
you want to
and
grab one? You got one?
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're talking about the pistol grip, not so much the magazine, because the magazine will fit inside here and that.
Have you got one?
But no,
up there?
that's probably a good question. Yeah, it should be one there. Or is it? No.
Yeah. The one there, right
Yeah,
there
down the
mate.
bottom, yeah.
There we go.
Also got an air dry type pocket. Your cigarettes get soggy, leave them in there, they'll dry out. Here we go.
We're clear.
A live demonstration. Need to pull a mag out of it.
Maybe we don't.
Oh, I think you do.
Let's try it.
Oh, come on.
Look at
Look at
that. No,
No.
Hang on.
No. So actually, if you bring that back a bit, it might.
It's mine.
Right there.
Oh, dodgy, dodgy.
If you
Let's
pull the
have a
mag
go.
out of it.
Hang on. I know. I've got to try.
I know you're there.
Yes! Yes! It does!
Thanks, Kenny.
All right, so...
In my humble opinion, just thinking about it, yes, I think it would.
yeah, well, there you go, Brett. I mean, you know, we've got you an answer.
You know, and what we'll do now is we'll forget that gun's in that, and somebody will buy a Swatch case and get a free Adler B230 with it.
Oh, jeez. He said 220, actually. A few more questions.
Oh, that was a 230.
Is it big enough for night vision?
No, I don't think we got. Well, night vision normally fits on the front of your rifle, and I don't think we'd have anything that'd be. Yeah, I don't know. Night vision's a big answer. Like the scope could be this big,
Yeah,
that big.
correct.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's the point, night vision. What? It could be a night vision scope, and they're usually quite big and bulky.
I would say generally not.
That's really hard, that question to
And
answer.
someone's asked, is it long enough for a Lithgow LA 102? Is that right? LA 102?
That,
Yeah.
Well, how long's that? I don't know how long that is.
Yeah,
it'll take a 46-inch rifle.
Yeah,
I don't know how long that rifle is.
No, neither do I.
All right, so look, we've moved from cases now, and now we're going to move on to something else that Alan is renowned for, is their
Slings.
range of slings, yeah.
Massive range of them.
Again, there's a lot of them, yes.
We thought we'd condense this because you put you to sleep with slings, although they're a very necessary item. But you're going to have to keep flicking them over.
Yeah, mate, let's start with the Glenwood.
There's a Glenwood. As you have a look, all different types of ways of securing it on your shoulder, but all important because if they keep sliding off your shoulder, you'll throw them in the bin.
Yep.
Nothing worse. But every one of these takes that into it. Ooh, that's really grippy.
Carrying a rifle can be a not so bad experience or an absolutely nightmarish one because you get a wrong sort of sling, thin, cut into your shoulder, makes the rifle feel twice as heavy as what it is, keeps on wanting to slip off. They're a pain in the butt. So choose wisely is what I say. And a lot of these are really nice. They've got a bit of
good width.
They've got a bit of width in them. They've got some nice grippy backs on them, which tends, and these kind of slings, and some people with a bit of stretch in it, tends to make the rifle feel lighter than it actually is, rather than heavier than what it actually is.
And I think that, well, that's not actually a stretch one.
No,
they're non-slip back. I mean, some of these are.
Doesn't have to be stretchy, but I quite like the stretchy ones.
Yeah, it does put a bit of bounce in it. Yeah, which you'd think would be bad, but it's actually good.
Yes, correct.
But
these all have swivels on, I think, don't they? These ones?
No, not every one of them. But, well, you might be right, actually. Well, you can buy Allen's with and without.
Yep.
I can tell you all their slings are rated to 135 kilos. So if you want to sit on them and you're 140 kilos, you'll break it. How about that? But have a look at that. So that's the Gunnison one. So this comes in a couple of camos. This is becoming a bit more stretchy. That feels like a wetsuit, you know, that real soft, super strong material. They've all got 1-inch webbing on them. Got a hyperlight, got a couple of hyperlights here. Now these weigh nothing. They're really, if you're really looking for a lightweight sling, again, we've got this super grippy stuff here.
They are comfy.
But nice colours. These actually, you can actually put a game call in this and a couple of cartridges too.
Oh yeah.
If you're a mad shotgun shooter or something like that. Muddy Girl one. The Backtrack series is, I reckon, just the pinnacle because this, look, you got Michelin's on your sling. There we go.
Oh wow.
I mean, these things just do not move on your shoulder. That's super sticky, and that comes in black camo, mossy oak, I think mossy oak and Muddy Girl.
Now the thing is, Bushy, I mean, Allen slings and gun bags, these are bread and butter for firearms dealers all around Australia, aren't they? Like,
oh yeah,
you know,
great
so
product.
like if you go into your local firearms dealer, they will have Allen bags and slings, surely.
Good call.
Well, they should.
They should. They should. So go in and check the range out because I don't know, you know, I think it's time you guys upgraded to some new slings and gun bags. Just to be honest.
Most of our dealers would have at least 6 to 10 different varieties of these.
Yep.
And as I say, there's all different types, different price points as well. But the thing about all these is they've got all the basics right. They are non-slip, they are lightweight, and they are comfortable.
And they've got good quality swivels on.
Yeah.
Lockable swivels too, in case we didn't say.
Yeah, which is important.
Which
bad
is good.
swivels are a bad investment. No doubt about that.
So Ken, we're going to move on now to the Allen Eliminator Range Master Range Bag.
Wow, say that again.
Let me just get rid of these.
Yes, again, it's a nice size, good quality range bag. And that's a bit
free
essential
plastic.
too.
Look at that. How much stuff can you fit in there? Hey?
Yep.
See, we've got a...
Velcro. There's Velcros in here.
Yeah, Velcro's in here. It's got a soft pistol pouch. Put that in there. Yep. Like that. No, everything's Velcroed and under control here for your earmuffs and that. Hey, look at all the pockets on it.
Yep.
This is another good thing too. Every time I go to the range, you know, it's either been raining or it's wet or it's muddy. This keeps your bag off the dirt.
Yeah.
Keeps it cleaner.
And it's got great colours. You've got your tan, your black, and then it's got a little orange accent.
Sexy.
This actually opens up, and you can use it as a pad to put. You might want to rest a pistol on it. You might want to rest your rifle on it. Yep.
These are great.
I've got 2 of them.
There's another one.
That's
Just
right.
like the other one.
Yep.
Hey?
That's
How
pretty
many
good,
you need?
eh?
No, it is good. And again, if you haven't got a range bag for all your bits and pieces,
You need a range bag. Go out and buy a range bag this weekend. Why wouldn't you?
Stop using your Woolies bag.
Yeah.
Hey? Stop
Well-
being tight.
Yeah.
right? How do we do.
Look at
That's
that.
not bad. That's not bad.
That is a nice bag.
It is a good bag.
Really nice.
Good size.
Not expensive. They only got one size, but it's a good size.
Yep, you can have it in any size or colour as long as it's this size and this colour.
Yep.
There you go.
Brilliant.
All right.
Let me get this.
Bushy, get the Rocky double rifle case, mate. Here we go. This thing's pretty good, especially if you've got 2 rifles.
Yeah. I'd never seen one until we actually had this. This is quite amazing. Because it is 2 rifles side by side, as you can see.
That is handy.
Just unzip. Well, you know what? I reckon it is. They're also lockable, believe it or not. There's lockable zips here. You can actually put a padlock in that. Not that that's a new gun safe or anything.
No.
But for I used to be stingy.
Used to be.
Used to be.
Yes. And
Of course you did.
I used to have a $10 vinyl bag for each gun. I was only 12. But when you're carrying 2, I love the way that one gun wants to point that way and the other one goes down there and that. With this, they're both together and it's really easy to carry. Super good construction for the handle. Even got a sling on it. Oh, look at that. But heaps and heaps of storage in the bags and that. Look, you go in there, you got a pocket. In here, you got a pocket. You got a giant pocket in here.
By the time you got 2 rifles in there and all your bits and pieces, you'd have 50 kilos worth of stuff in it.
Well,
Easy.
And it'd still be okay.
You'd be right.
This has got the plush inside too. Really, really thick padding on this because it,
Well, you've
first
got to
thing,
separate them.
the first thing you think is, oh, my rifles will bang together. They won't. Not in this. This is really beautifully made.
You just about get a bipod in the front of that one too. couldn't you?
I reckon you're getting there. There's enough depth there.
It's
The
got a
next
fit.
bag you definitely would.
Yeah.
This is getting there. But yeah, a Rocky double rifle bag. You wouldn't see a double rifle bag in too many gun shops, believe it or not, and they should have one because they're good.
And
Very
tough.
Shockproof.
Right, I can get the next one, mate.
This is your bipod bag.
Yeah.
Well, and it's very colourful as well. Have a go at that.
The Gear Fit Bull Stalker. Hey?
And this is the last bag that we've got to show you. We won't try to go too much further with that.
No.
But this one also,
Yeah,
and this is why
super
it'd be good for the bipod
Yeah,
too, because it doesn't have that.
Yeah.
It's got material inside it that's
Orange
not going to
inside.
snag
But
easily.
have a
on
look
it.
at that. You reckon you wouldn't need more pockets than that?
There's a lot of pockets there.
Oh, and here, look at that.
Oh,
You can
this
jam
one.
a spotting scope in there.
Yeah, this is made to put. You can put. I'd say you could put a tripod.
Tripod stand,
Right
whatever you want
through
to
A
do.
small kayak could fit in there.
Yes.
Hey?
It might be.
Small,
Yeah, well, I suppose. Yeah, small. Yeah.
Small. I didn't say a big one.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, look at all the pockets and all that. These open up. These have actually got little pouches for, believe it or not, animal scent.
Oh.
That's a bit strange, isn't it? But yeah, it's an American bag. But yeah, choke tubes, all sorts of things. But this has got that height that we're talking about. A lot of the others taper off. You'll notice this hardly even tapers off at the end. Fit a bipod in this. There's a couple of versions of this. This is the Bull Stalker. There's a turkey one that's got little feet on it from a turkey.
Oh yeah.
I think this is 50 inch, this bag from memory. Yes, it is 50 inch. So that extra length also helps because they used to make a bag that they called their bipod bag, and it was 50 inch and the same size as this. This is just a very fancy version of it.
It is fancy.
So yeah, great bag again, super tough material, and
Last
yeah,
a long
robust.
time.
Very nice.
So Bushy, our next product, mate. I think this next product. Well, if you, I don't know.
I think we're just about there.
I don't know how you feel about this, Bushy, but sometimes you can have a really loud friend, and this next product would suit this very well.
Well, number one, it's got his name on it, Vanish. Be nice to get rid of him sometimes.
I've been one of the quietest ones here.
Here we go.
Oh, really?
That's
That's never
insane.
happened before.
So what is it, Bush? It's tape.
It's
Duct tape.
camo tape. You can silence people with this.
Not that it's not recommended.
No, you're not supposed to do it. But the good thing is you won't leave glue residue on them when you take it off.
What if you want to do that?
Well, you want to leave it on permanently. Yeah.
But no, very handy. Very good for on firearms. So as you said, doesn't leave a residue. Very good for on barrel shiny surfaces that you might want to, like if you happen to have a shiny barrel on your rifle and you want to be a little bit more stealthy.
You know how I reckon love those bow hunters.
Oh yeah, they got to get close to everything. So this is one of probably 8 different camos. I don't know which one this is, but it's camo. Yeah, that's what we call it. 50 mil wide. As I said, easy on, easy off, doesn't leave residue, which is great. If you've got a trail camera and you can't even get it onto a tree, tape the bloody thing on with this.
Yeah.
Hey? Bet you didn't think of that. No, great. So many. We do sell quite a bit of this. Wrap it up. I mean, you could. What do you reckon? You could do your car in that, can you?
Vinyl wrap your car.
Vinyl wrap your car?
I'd prefer not to.
Yeah. It doesn't mean we wouldn't want to.
Everyone would be running into you, they wouldn't see you.
Oh, listen, after you've done yours, I'll see how it looks.
So this comes in what they call duct tape, and it's also a cloth tape, which is less sticky again. But there you go.
Yep, there's a few different ones of those.
So have we got any more questions? Digital Rian and Digital Naomi, no more questions have come in.
Everybody's gone to sleep.
Look out. Well, look, I appreciate everybody sort of hanging out because obviously, you know, gun bags and gun slings aren't something you can get terribly too excited about, but there's been a lot of product we've got through today.
Yeah, well, we just thought we'd try to show a few of the accessories that are around because, as I said, you don't see all of this stuff in every shop.
No.
And hopefully some of it was of interest because there are some good products there, yeah.
So, Ken, how did you go and grab the prize, mate?
Okay, we've got a gun bag to give away.
We do indeed.
And here it is. It's a nice 46-inch Bond. It's
Got deer antlers on it.
It does.
It's got a lot of deer antlers on
And
it. Yeah.
Ken and Bushy, this is going to a Cameron Hodges.
Good on you, mate.
Good on Cameron.
So
Good on you, mate.
congratulations, mate. So Cameron, PM us on the NIOA TV Facebook page to Digital Rian and just give her your address and we will put this in the mail.
And give you my bank details where you can put $100 in there for the postage and we'll send it straight out to you.
Don't do that, Cameron. We'll send it to you for freezies, mate. For freezies.
46-inch fits most average centerfire rifles, rimfire rifles.
It will.
There we go.
Yep.
It will.
Now listen, do we know what we're doing next month or we've got no idea?
We don't know what we're doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Look, yes we do. Look at this. Next month, Bushy, we are talking...
Well, if no one watched this, we won't do accessories next month. How about that? But we're going to do Champion, which they make, again, a range of accessories, but electric traps, probably the most popular thing we sell is electric traps. You wouldn't believe how many of those we sell. And nozzle
They're
bullets.
good too.
They are good.
We
They
use
are
we
good.
use those
They're
quite
really
a bit.
good.
Yep.
Yeah, very reliable, very little warranty with that product. Yeah,
Yes, I was surprised when because I come from a background of shooting clay targets a lot, and professional traps cost a lot of money, like serious money.
Serious?
And when I, nothing to pay 15, 20 grand for a trap, and
I've done that.
so when you see ones that are at this price, you think, oh, how good could it be?
They're good.
Well, they're amazingly good for
We've
the
had
money.
numerous NIOA TV trips where we've taken that out.
They
They've been
work
great.
great. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to that next month, Bushy. That'll be great. Now, listen, we appreciate you guys hanging around as always to indulge us, and so we can show you a few of your products. We thank you for your questions, and if you've got any more questions about NIOA and who we are and what we do and what we sell, please just throughout the month keep sending them through, and we'll compile them all and we'll answer them the best we can on our next NIOA TV live stream. But until then, especially to all our friends down in Victoria, hey, stay safe, keep the social distance, and please listen to what the authorities are saying down there.
Don't come to Queensland.
Don't come to Queensland.
Yeah.
We would really appreciate it if you don't come to Queensland. New South Wales, again, you guys too, stay safe. And to all our friends here in Queensland, let's just hope that they don't come up from the border. We just need to shut that border down. To all our friends in Western Australia, don't care. Stay there. It's fine.
I'm kind.
But listen, no, I'm only joking.
Yeah.
Listen, we look forward to catching you next time on NIOA TV live stream. We'll catch you then.